And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Getting the nod to lead the offense. Fifth-year pro out of Iowa State. What a career he's putting together so far. It's Brock Purdy.
One of the things that I just love about Purdy's game is he always continues to learn, grow, and really refine it. He gets the most out of what he has year in and year out.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here to start. That's complete, Mike Evans. He's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. That picks them up to first.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And 3 yards is all he's going to get. It's 2nd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Purdy. Gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. Get in there for the stop, but give him about 9 on the play. And it will be 1st down, 49ers.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Now it's Purdy. Finds the in route complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
42-yard line.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Purdy looking to throw. He's got Evans once again. There's the stop. Looks to be about 7 yards on that play. And that's going to be good for a 49ers 1st down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Purdy to throw it. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
I want to believe that that is the last thing you want to see as a running back when you catch a short pass. That safety just screaming downfield at you, and he brings him down for a loss.
Actually wound up losing a yard on that completion, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 now. They kick the running back in motion. Purdy throwing here on 2nd. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Oh, and how well he's slinging at this opening drive, Brock. Not sure we expected to see an incompletion, but his perfect start ends at 5 for 5.
Yeah, kind of the feeling out process, right? I think you find this with defensive coordinators a whole bunch, trying to figure out what that script is on the other side. I have a sense there'll be some completions and incompletions along the way.
Throw here, 3rd down. They get to him and they drop him, and that's going to knock them out of field goal range. Myles Garrett. And that forces this offense into a 4th and 20.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
So here come the Rams on offense, ready for their opening drive. Bringing them out to one of the league's all-time leading passers. Captured his first MVP award last season. It's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle father time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear and the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
All set to go now from the 35. Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. Brought down there after a gain of about 14 yards. And that gives LA the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Williams fields the pitch. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
On 2nd down, Stafford. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get it past midfield and down on the 49er side.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. To throw, Stafford. And this one's going to wind up incomplete. He had him over the middle for a second, but he was muscled off that catch. That brings about 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. As the 49ers go back on offense, we take a look at Rams defensive coordinator Chris Shula. Of course, the Shula name quite famed in coaching circles. His grandfather, the Hall of Famer Don Shula, both his father David and Uncle Mike, NFL coaches as well. And for Chris, this is his 3rd season as the DC in LA. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Now Purdy. He's running with it. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be 2nd down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Second down, Purdy. And that one's incomplete. He got muscled off the ball there. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. Got a man. This is Evans. And he's got a chunk here, about 14 yards before the stop is made. 1st down coming up.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Man in motion here. Here's Purdy to throw. And he can't hang on. The catch was there for him, Brock, but his hands took that one off. So the incompletion means it's 2nd down.
I can promise you that is a throw. It's a quarterback when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. They'll empty the backfield, motion him right. On 2nd down, here's Purdy. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
It's just kind of the type of play why you name a position like this tight end. Because it's going to be tight throws into contested windows, and you got to get the job done with people all around you.
They've got 3rd and 5 now after the last completion got him 5. Purdy throwing here. That's caught. This is Kirk. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. Not a whole lot to speak of here, partner. 2-yard gain at most at 2nd down. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Purdy setting up that play action. It is Cup, left side. This one doesn't get much, down to the 41. Tackle made by Cameron Curl.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Back to throw. Here's Purdy. They get in there for the stop. Damage limited to 8 yards. And that is a San Francisco 1st down. Following the play, one of the 49ers still pretty shaken up. Trainers getting out there to see what's wrong. First down now, ball at the 33. They stick with McCaffrey. Escapes the defender. And they're going to have the 1st down. Nice chunk of yards there, getting about 17 of them. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Evans, the motion man here. Throwing on 2nd. Purdy. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Running back sent in motion left. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Now following the play, one of the 49ers banged up. He's in some pain. We're going to pause here as he gets checked on. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Purdy on the play action. Got his man in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle having a 14-play possession there with 6. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that's good for a 7-0 lead.
Niners 7, Rams nothing.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford. And he will not find the connection on the other end there. Incompletion sets up 2nd down. First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me that's always the start of a new battle. And defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right? You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
Motioning the tight end now. The 2nd down throw from Stafford. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Good pickup, but he's denied that 1st down. The stop comes at the 32-yard line.
Small pass, big results. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him and playing add-on with those yards.
They got 9 on their last play, Brock, so just a final yard now to go here on 3rd down. For the marker with Williams. Down here after a gain of about 14 yards, it looks like. That's going to give them the first.
We see it and hear it all the time. For receivers, their favorite moment is just to go up over a DB and make a play. And for these running backs, there is nothing that beats slamming right through a tackle and getting that 1st down.
First and 10 now from the 46. Man in motion out of the slot. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Looked like a passing set. Left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel, doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards, keep your opponent off guard.
And they're in there to take him down after a gain of 12. And that's going to set up a Rams 1st down.
A gain of 12.
Yak, yak, yak. That's what it's all about in this league as a running back. Can you get those hard yards after initial contact? This dude just got it done.
All right, 1st and 10, going heavy to the right side here, 3 tight ends. They go with Williams on the counter. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by Fred Warner.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
They pitch it out to him here. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up third down. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Here's Stafford. And he loses it on the hitch. That was a good play to break up that catch, and that forces them to fourth down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. A pitch to McCaffrey. And the defender finally gets there, but not before a big gain. 18 yards on that play. And it will be 1st down, 49ers.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Looking to throw, Purdy. He'll drop this down to McCaffrey underneath. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-3 is our score. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They start out with a 2nd and 3. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 9. That was what they needed. 1st down coming up.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Play action now with Purdy. That's going to be caught by his back. McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Purdy, a quick throw, complete. Jukes away from one. Defense gets to him, shoves him out, gain of about 16 before they did so. And that's going to be good for a 49ers first down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
On the counter, McCaffrey. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Purdy to throw it. This is hauled in by Samuel. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st down and goal to go.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. McCaffrey does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He gets it again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, San Francisco. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just 1 play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that 1st down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And lead up to a much more comfortable 11 points now.
Rams 3.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff.
For San Francisco.
Blake Corum now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff, now Stafford. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. Ooh, this is close, but I think it's going to be third down. Gain on the play up to the 38.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And the Rams have the first down.
That whole operation right there, Kate, delivered with conviction. Passes have to be if you want to pick up first downs and keep the drive on schedule.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Up the gut they go with Williams. He's tackled after a gain of about 13, and that's going to be a Los Angeles first down. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. Now, you want to get that century mark. That's a number that running backs are proud of, and stacking runs like that will sure help.
They'll run here with Blake Corum. He dodged the tackle, and they're going to get to him, bring him down after allowing about 13 on the play, and that will bring up a Rams first down.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers, just the element they needed to spring that run.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. Stop finally made after they give up 16 on the play, and that gives LA the first.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They put Munfield in motion. Working on 2nd down. Stafford. Met at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. 3rd down upcoming. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know that it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
3rd and long for him here. That one connects. And they get to him before he can get to the line. Defensive effort there, capping the gain to 5 yards. It's not enough. It is 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, here's Stafford. And he will finish this in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Puka Nacua scoring there on the 10th play of that drive. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Send right down the middle and good. They've cut the lead to 4.
Niners 14, Rams 10.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Isaac Garindo to return. Escapes the defender. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up. So we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to throw. Outright McCaffrey. Oh, the football's loose. It's scooped up by the Rams. That return actually went backward a little bit, but I imagine, Brock, they'll be happy enough just taking possession.
As a quarterback, you're really trying as best you can, Kate, to find those windows where your man's got some space after the catch, because the last thing you want to do is throw him into a big hit. Yeah, I know that fumble goes on the receiver's record, but that QB, he feels responsible.
The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. We've set it down from 37. Williams now on 1st and 10. Trucks a defender. He's going to be taken down. Play goes for about 10 yards. And that's going to set up a Rams 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Another run for Williams. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Malik Mustafa in on that stop.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Stafford on 2nd down. Here comes the pressure, and they take him down. Got him at the 31. Nick Bosa. And that play brings up 3rd and 14.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one's incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. Mevis able to knock it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Kind of a good thing they got the football where they did, coming off that fumble recovery. It's disappointing as an offense when you can't move the ball, but at least your kicker can pick you up.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. The window to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And their defense held up after that fumble, only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them, get some points of their own. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. They're cobbled together a yard there. That tackle made by Kobe Turner.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now it's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
The Rams into the dime. 3rd down coming. Purdy throwing here. And they come up empty on that 3rd down. Would have been good for the first, but couldn't hang on through that hit. It is 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, get to down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down.
Down before the return gets far. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford to throw. Called in by Adams over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on 2nd. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. They stay on the ground with Williams. Still finding room past the 45. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Brock, you tell me about this all the time. A tight end's top responsibility changes by the down. And on that one, it was all about blocking, getting his guys some space to get vertical.
Really got to be some of the most versatile players on the team. I was spoiled in my life, in my football life, to watch really the Colts and their 12 personnel so good in the run game, just like that one.
And he's able to get it past midfield and down on the 49er side. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Stafford now off the play fake. That's caught by Williams. Defense gets to him, shoves him out, gain of about 16 before they did so. And that's going to be a Los Angeles 1st down.
16 yards.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And not going to get a snap here. We have arrived at our 2-minute warning. More football from Levi Stadium in just a moment. 1st and 10 from the 32. Corum trying the right side. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Stafford now. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds after picking up a handful on that play. Moves him a little closer. It's 3rd down.
Tyler Higbee. 5 yards on the pickup. And this is 3rd down.
To throw, Stafford. Got a man, that's Nakua. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
First down for Stafford, and he's found his target all 4 passes so far on this drive. A handoff to Williams. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw, here's Stafford. And he's going to go down here. Pressure gets him at the 23. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Ben, even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Nickel set from the Niners on 3rd down. Send him left out of the slot. Here's Stafford. Oh, it's nearly intercepted. Either way, he was breaking up that throw, Brock. He wanted the pick, but can't hang on. It hits the ground, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
A 40-yard attempt.
Mevis able to knock it through, and that's going to give them the lead.
Makes the score.
Going to feel just a little bit better going into halftime. Anytime you score points right before the final frame, and for the kicker, well, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Galindo to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. Now Purdy. get this over the middle to Kirk. It's going to be taken down here, but not before the play gets him 12 big yards and a first down. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So first down from the 41. Purdy looking to throw. That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
They get the timeout called. We've got 5 seconds remaining in the half. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Looking to throw, Purdy. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. So less than a field goal separating these teams after our first 2 quarters. As we throw to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our 2 teams here no doubt made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our 3rd quarter. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Stafford. That one's complete over the middle. And a good gain here. 11 yards it looks like. That's going to pick up a first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Stafford back to throw. This one to Williams out left side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is that completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, the big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, running back in the flat.
Stafford to pass here on 2nd down. This will be caught by Adams. And he's going to get about 3, but almost nothing after that. Tackle made quickly after he made the catch.
It's a gain of 3. And this is 3rd down.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Throwing now, Stafford. Dump off caught by his back.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
The Rams are set to punt. Then Evans, the one to kick it away. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. So here come the 49ers on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
49ers to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
3rd and just 2 to go. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. He's going for it himself. And that's going to be good for a 1st down from Purdy as he gives himself up to avoid a hit.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Purdy to throw it. He finds Evans, left side. They get to him, he's hit, brought down after a gain of about 10. And that is a San Francisco 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So 1st down from the 41. A give, left side to McCaffrey. Past midfield to the 45. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. That is the spark that they needed. 34 yards.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the defense getting a little revenge after that last play, huh? This time they don't. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Putting the tight end in motion. Purdy throwing here on 2nd. Kittle brings it in. And he gets this forward to the 19.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Here's Purdy to throw. Screen play here for James. And he gets home. Touchdown, San Francisco. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro.
Extra point.
Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they take a 5-point lead.
Niners 21, Rams 16.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff.
For San Francisco.
Whittington now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Out come the Rams on offense. And there is room for improvement from that previous drive. Stalled out, necessitated a call to that punt team.
Yeah, and in these situations, I always love reminding the offense that first down. Just move the chains the first time to get yourself in the rhythm, because you don't want to see that punter anytime soon.
First and 10 from the 32. They'll throw to begin this drive. And this one's going to be incomplete. Catch there, but couldn't survive the contact. That's going to bring up second down.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Now Stafford to throw. To the outside, he's got Adams. And he takes this one up to the 41, so that makes a very manageable now third and short.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
They go with Williams on a counter. They rally to him after a gain of about 7. That effort enough. They've got the first down.
He was brought down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Play action now for Stafford. It's complete to Higbee. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Picked up a few on that first down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. Stafford now. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be taken down, so call it about 8 yards on that play. And that means they got the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Stafford on 1st and 10. Already at 6 completions on just 8 attempts in this half. This is Williams. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They take the handoff now. Stafford finds him over the middle. They manage about 9 before a stop is made. And that will bring up a Rams first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
He's going to be taken down. A gain of about 14 on the play. And that gives LA the first. Just some great blocking on that play, Brock. Those extra bodies near the line sure helped him get the space that he needed to get that chunky yards.
We hear it almost each and every week from offenses that really love their 12 personnel, defenses trying to stop it, know how difficult it can be. Job well done by everybody there.
Throw is caught. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. That's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. Running right, it's Williams. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
Here's Stafford. And that one's going to fall incomplete. That forces 4th down.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Nevis able to knock it through. And that trims the lead to just a couple.
They can't blame him for the deficit. He's been doing all he can to kick him into contention. That's now his 4th field goal. And all those kicks he's made are part of why the lead is still close.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Galindo to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. Jukes away from one. And he's got a chunk here, about 14 yards before the stop is made. 1st down coming up.
It's a gain of
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
1st down from the 42. Now Purdy. And that's going to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to him after that run, but no luck on that throw.
It leads to 2nd
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain. And boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Rams add a man to the secondary. 3rd down. They stick with McCaffrey. They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play block. That's going to set them up with a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? That's taking the lessons learned from your last defeat, that negative play, and putting it right into practice and fixing it. And this time, well, they get that push, they get that surge, and they get a 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. We put a receiver in motion left. Purdy on the play action. This finds Evans, complete. And some good running after the catch. He's able to turn that into a gain of 7 on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams' 39-yard line.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. They'll send their tight end right. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Purdy looking to throw. This is hauled in by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
It just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball. And because of it, those chains are moving.
1st and 10 for Purdy. And he's only missed once since halftime. 5 completions so far on 6 attempts. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Now I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Purdy setting up that play action. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Purdy on 1st and 10. And he's now up to 6 completions on 7 attempts since halftime. Going with McCaffrey on the ground. He's going to be hauled down a few yards short of that 1st down marker, and also just beyond that, the goal line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Just continuing to grind him down, Brock. That is exactly what you want to do with a lead like this in the second half. You want long, sustained drives.
Because it really serves 2 purposes, right, Kate? Number 1, it helps you build, hopefully, some points on that board. But just as importantly, you're playing keep away, and that other side's not getting to touch the rock.
Back to McCaffrey on 2nd down. And they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's 49ers football, and we'll see if they can close things out for a win. Third and just 2 to go. Looking to throw, Purdy. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. Mike Evans on the 12th play of that series. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Point after try upcoming to make this a 2-score game here in the 4th. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that grows their lead to 9.
Makes the score Niners 28, Rams 19.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff.
For San Francisco.
Whittington now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And you want to see your back in triple digits every game if you can. He's gotten there in this one. He's been seeing the field very well as a runner. Loading up on the left. It's going to be trips to that side. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And he gets back to the line, but no more.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Third down, and they need to get 10. Stafford. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Rams are set to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. He dodged the tackle. Shoots another one. And this will be stopped just before the play reaches that 30-yard mark. Still a great game, Brock, and a new set of downs.
Kind of just feel it, don't you? Trying to close out this game, just keep leaning on that somebody who has produced and made the most of every one of his touches throughout.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On the counter, McCaffrey has another lane. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the 49ers the first.
In this ground game, Kate, have seen such a steady dose of work. And what you hope is all of those body blows throughout can lead to a knockout punch like that.
A pitch to McCaffrey. No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
They got out ahead of that one, and good thing, too. That effort, right? Just that pursuit, that want-to, may have prevented a big play, and instead, well, they nearly got him for a tackle for loss.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's Purdy. This one's to Kirk out left side. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. And they'll pitch it out to him. And he gets home. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey brought one back earlier and now takes one across.
49ers.
It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Now Purdy leading the offense up to go for 2.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff.
For San Francisco.
Corum now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
1st and 10.
Now LA getting its offense all set to go. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Stafford. And a hit's going to separate him from that football. Incomplete. Not surprising to find a defender in the area there over the middle challenging that one, partner. It's 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Right side into the hands of Adams. And this is going to be out of bounds, so a gain of about 13 on the play. And that's going to set up a Rams 1st down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
To throw, Stafford. Screen here for Williams. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Just a yard on that catch, so 2nd and 9 coming up. Stafford back to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. Taken down finally to curtail the damage, but still 22 yards on that pickup. And that's going to be a Los Angeles 1st down.
1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Back to throw here, Stafford. Nakua's got it again. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
It's a loss
I
of
certainly
a
don't
yard.
mind completions nor getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands in a hurry, but that one was way too predictable as it goes backwards.
Actually wound up losing a yard on that completion, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 now. Now Stafford to throw. That one complete to Higbee. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch, and Hitt got there quickly.
A gain of 4.
That's good tight coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Stafford throwing again. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Revis able to knock it through. And doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12.
22.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency to get off the field.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Galindo to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And a nice stop here on 1st down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. As for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They send the tight end in motion. Purdy throwing here on 2nd. To the outside, it's Kittle, complete. And give him the 1st down, Brock. Great results. That snap goes for 17.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Throwing on 2nd. Purdy splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
One of the tight ends motions right. 3rd and long for him here. He finds Evans, left side. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground with Williams. And this hasn't been a common sight out of him tonight, but the defense wins this run. He's limited to no gain on the carry. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Stafford now on 3rd down. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
That is not easy to do. That down and distance, everything is open to the offense. It takes great discipline defensively and the ability to go knock it away and get off the field.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. A run with McCaffrey. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Going run again with McCaffrey. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
A 29-yard attempt.
Piniero's kick is good. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights, and of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff.
San Francisco.
Whittington now on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
Jordan Whittington.
The Rams headed out to the field now. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. Had a man in the area, Brock, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he was trying to hit him there. It looked like he was just getting rid of that football.
I'm not going to correct you. You're right. And that's really a compliment to this defense. You saw the guy. He had his man, but the coverage, well, it was too good, and he didn't trust that throw.
Stafford on 2nd down. That's over the middle and money to Nakua. Down here after a gain of about 14 yards, it looks like. That's going to give them the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Stafford now. Throwing the out route complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Rams facing a 15-point deficit. Here's Stafford. Catch made the right side by Nakua. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
To Puka Nakua. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 38-yard line.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on 2nd. Stafford. Looking for him again, but not this time. That's incomplete. The defender made the adjustment and the hit to break it up, Brock. It's 3rd down.
As quarterback in these situations, you know you don't have much margin and you don't have much time. So that means every once in a while you're going to make some throws, put your guys in harm's way that you otherwise would not. You can apologize after.
Looking to throw it. Got a man, that's Nakua. Stop is made after a gain of about 7. That's going to be enough for the first.
A gain of 7.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts.
First down.
And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. And send a receiver left. On 1st down, here's Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Adams. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Complete to Devontae Adams. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Niners' 24-yard line.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Throwing now, Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be hauled to the ground with a 1st down in tow, Brock. Give him 9 on that play. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Only 1 timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Throw wheeled in by Higbee. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
A gain of
You've heard that
5
very
brings
common
up
term in
second
draft
and
vernacular
5
called
at the
catching
10-yard
radius.
line.
Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, and you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
First and goal, Rams.
Back to throw, here's Stafford. And he's going to opt to just ditch this one through the end zone. That's going to bring up second and goal.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes second and goal. Stafford back to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. Here he is to throw. And that's a touchdown. Great catch there, and with almost no time left. Now, Brock, they're going to need a miracle, but it is still possible. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Now we're trying to keep a sliver of hope alive and make things a one-score game. And it's up and good, and they've moved back within a possession here in this fourth quarter.
Score, Niners 37, Rams 29.
So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. Rams are pointing. We'll wait and see. They got it back. One of the toughest things for a team to achieve successfully, and yet they made that look simple, partner, getting the ball back.
Yeah, unlike that round ball that you like to talk about, this one bounces in funny ways, and the numbers,
Yes, it does.
well, they're not on your side on these onside kicks, but it happened to work this time and may embolden them in the future to take the risk again.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. All right, so trailing right now, looking up at the scoreboard, Brock. Can't afford to be too picky, but it did look like getting rid of that football was the right call there.
Yeah, you live to play another day. Now, the key is you've got to take advantage of this day to come.
Only 6 seconds to go, Brock. Last chance here. The second down throw from Stafford. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the 49ers take the win here in front of the faithful in Santa Clara. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know.